There was a lady on Facebook or something that said, if somebody gives you a quilt, just say thank you.
Oh my God.
Even if you don't like it, just say thank you.
And especially if they're non-quilters, they have no idea how much time, how much money went into that quilt. And once you gift it, you release it, you let it go.
Let it go.
Because I'm sure everyone has made a quilt that they have given to someone. You come over to the house and it's the dog bed. I'm Marie Bard Curtis, the founder of the Quilted Poodle, and most recently, the lead instructor at the Quilted Poodle Academy.
And I am Meddy Mills, the moderator for the Quilted Poodle and Magic Fingers. I answer all the questions, or at least put them in there. Longarm quilter and EQ8 designer. And
her sister. I'm her sister. I'm her better sister.
I'm the older.
Okay, I'm the youngest, but I'm the cutest.
Sometimes.
Makeup.
Right now, I'm learning a lot about pattern eclipse and pattern CAD. And I know Marie talked about that a lot in her classes, and I never paid attention. I listened, but because I'm doing so many other things as a moderator, some goes in and goes right back out. And I have to go back sometimes and go back and look over. But since I've had some questions about some things that I wanted to do with pattern CAD, that's right now at the top of my list.
Mm-hmm. For me, I think the secret tool is the marking tool, the secret sauce. If you want something to land in a particular place, you kind of draw it out with the marking tool and you can be sure that it's going to land in the right place. And I think a lot of people overlook it and don't utilize it.
Or utilize it a little bit, but not to its
full extent. Yeah. You can use it to line up blocks, to line up patterns, to make sure your quilt is, going straight. It's just all the time.
Yeah.
Letting the frustration level overcome them, because you're starting something new and you see all these people doing videos and whatnot, and they're at a level that indicates they've been practicing with it, they've been using it day in, day out, over and over, and then new quilters expect to jump right in at that point and not give themselves grace or time to reach that point. So I think that's the biggest mistake that a lot of people make, is expecting to be perfect right out the box. And it's not like that.
And to piggyback on that, there's a lot of detail. And when you're watching those videos, a lot of the detail is skipped over. They jump from point A to point B, but there's a lot going on between those 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they just start hitting buttons. And I think that's where they get lost, or they get somewhere where they don't really want to be and they don't know how to get out of it. So I think that's one of it.
Yeah, I really like what you said about pressing the buttons, because your computer, your tablet takes a certain amount of time to recover from the last instruction you gave it. And all of a sudden, you're giving it more and it just can't. I mean, just think about if somebody is telling you to do something, telling you how to bake a cake. Okay, put the eggs in, put the milk in, and you haven't even put the eggs in.
Yeah.
So you got to give it time.
Yeah, there is a response time.
Yeah. And for me, it's a slow response time, but
there's patience.
You have to be patient with yourself and with the software. Yeah. I love the people who do quilts for children. Like, I know the fire department sometimes will have a quilt that they'll give to a child who, come out of a fire situation or abuse situation, and they don't care. They just want something to cling to.
And know that somebody cared enough about them. Yeah. And I think that's the whole thing, that maybe that's everything quilting is about, is you care about somebody, you give them something.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there was a lady on Facebook or something that said, if somebody gives you a quilt, just say
Thank you. Oh my God.
Even if you don't like it, just say thank you.
And especially if they're non-quilters, they have no idea how much time, how much money went into that quilt. And once you gift it, you release it, you let it go.
Let it go.
Because I'm sure everyone has made a quilt that they have given to someone. You come over to the house and it's the dog bed. Sure, you had no intentions for your quilt that you spent all that money, all that time on to be the dog bed, but there's where it is.
At least somebody's enjoying it.
Exactly. So use it. And I don't do any show quilts. Mine are all utilitarian quilts. So whatever you utilize them for, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Well, once you, like you said, release it, it's gone. It's not mine anymore. You know, it's a gift. Gone. So. Jump in.
Both feet.
Jump in. Again, I listened for over a year before I even had a Longarm. And so when I finally got one and I got QCT, I just jumped in. I mean, you're going to make a mistake. It's just how are you going to recover from it? And there's so many people that you can call. Marie always says in her videos, call me. You know, she's an open door. She'd call me, email me, whatever you need to do. So you have to understand there's a support system out there and find your support system if you don't have one.
Like she said, jump right in there, get started on it. You know, you got a warranty on your machine anyway. So if you're going to break it right out the box so you can send it back. You can't break it. So don't be intimidated by it. Don't be afraid of it. Just start baby steps.
Yeah.
But start. Most important thing, start somewhere.
Take it out of
the box. I mean, I've known people who've had their machines and everything in the box for over a year. And I get it, but that's not the way to get started. The way to move forward is one step at a time, one in front of the other. But if it stays in the box, you go nowhere.
Right. And you mount up with all those unfinished quilts.
Yeah.
And you keep making them.
You can't stop. Once you start making them, maker's got to make.
Yeah.
So you've got this pile of quilts and you've got your Longarm in the box. In the Quilted Poodle Academy, we have what we call one-on-one coaching. So you have the ability to have your training program curated for your needs. So rather than me starting at the beginning, this is fabric, this is a Longarm, I want to get right to your pain point.
Right.
So if it's, I don't know how to set my safe area, that's where we're going to start with setting your safe area. And then additionally, all of those sessions are recorded. So you can go back to your video and look to see where we talked about something. So there is, you've got your audio and then you've got your video showing exactly what you were doing. So you have all of that resource to go back to.
Right.
To figure out what you're doing. So, and I don't think a lot of training programs are that way. You know, you'll come in and I'm going to show you stuff and you're going to try feverishly to write it all down, but still pay attention to what they're saying.
That doesn't happen.
You're missing something. Yeah. Something's missing. But you have your recording that you can sit down and listen to again. And now you can pull your transcript from your recording. So you have all that information and you can query your recording. Where did we talk about thus and so? And the software will tell you exactly where you talked about
that particular thing,
that particular topic, and take you to that area in the video. So I don't think anybody else is doing that. So I think the Quilted Poodle Academy looks at curating content for your needs. So I think that's how we're different, I hope.
I think you also can, if they're having an issue with their tablet, you can log into their tablets. And I think that in itself, to watch you do something that they were trying to do is very helpful. And that's also recorded, right? So, you know, things like that. To personalize training, like you said, if I have a specific pain point, a specific issue, to be able to go to someone, to have a resource that I can go to and say, this is what I need. And then to have that training tailored to my particular needs. Because that's going to get me over that bump. Because evidently it's a hurdle that I'm trying to get over. And I need to get over that hurdle. And the quicker I can get over it, and the easier I can get over it, and to have that resource available to me at a later date if I need to go back to it. Because you end up doing something, and then you do it that one time, and then you still go on to everything else, and life happens. You don't get back to the long arm, and okay, I got to do that now. What did Marie say to do, or what am I supposed to do? You go back to your video. So that's the one thing YouTube has helped people with, is that they can save a video, they can watch a video over and over again, and they can pause it, slow it down.
Yes.
All of those things that you can do because you have something that's solid here that you can look at. So that's good.
Solid, tangible.
Yeah.
I'm a visual learner, so I'll read something on Facebook and I'll think, how much time do I have to try to answer this? I don't think it's enough to answer with words, unless of course you get really good word pictures, but I like to put in a screen capture that I've done, talking about whatever the question was. And so in the Academy, in the QCT Community Clubhouse, which is where you find all the questions, the comments, I will respond to them because I really feel a strong attachment to serve that community. And so serve it with answers, serve it with, I can attach pictures, I can attach documents so that you really get a good idea of what I'm trying to explain. I don't always say it so well, but if I can show you, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, yeah.